Alrighty guys, and welcome back to another LEGO set review from BrickByBrick. And today we have Jek's Starfighter. I think it's actually called Jek-14's Starfighter. Or is he Jek-13? I'm so confused now. He's Jek-14. Definitely Jek-14, I think. But, we'll start off with Jek-14, or Jek-13, or I'm pretty sure it's Jek-14, but I haven't watched the Yoda Chronicles in forever, so yeah, not 100% certain on that. I probably should be, but I'm gonna go with Jek-14 because that sounds like what it was supposed to be, and that was my original thought. So, the Jek figure is really cool. We'll start off with his helmet, because he can wear his helmet. Because he is a clone after all, so clones usually have helmets. He's a Sith clone who becomes a Jedi, I guess, kinda. He's a good guy in the end. But in the Yoda Chronicles, like mini-series, I guess, he kinda goes back and forth a little bit. He starts off as a bad guy, then basically just wants to be alone for the first part of it. Yeah. So you can see he has his hair, which is the same used on Count Dooku and Anakin from Episode 2. So it's kind of used frequently in Star Wars. It's also used for Hawkeye in the first movie. You can see his face, he's kind of got the blue eyes because he's kind of made of the Force almost. And he does have a double face. The other side he's kind of using his Force energy lightning stuff. So that's cool, I guess. And obviously, you can see his armor there. It's kind of clone armor with some red spots there. Some red details. There's his torso and leg printing. And his back printing. And he was the first minifigure ever to have a transparent arm. Since then, they've done that quite a bit. But it has some printing of the same kind of Force lightning stuff on it. And he does come with a lightsaber. And the lightsaber has a white hilt. And a blue blade. So, on to the second character in this set. Jek is kind of neutral. And this is Jek's Astromech droid. R4-GO. R4-G-O or 0, I don't know. I don't know if it's an O or a 0, because they look basically the same, so you can't really quite tell. And he doesn't refer to this Astromech droid at all in the show. It's just there in his Starfighter. So you can see a little body printing on this droid. It's kind of cool. Got some red details because, you know, Jek's kind of mostly white and red as well. And then the head is not the normal dome. It's the new flatter kind of dome thing. It's kind of got 3 eye-looking details and some more technical parts and bits there. And on the top it has a cool pattern. So that is R4-GO, or R4-GO, R4-G0. And now we have 2 other characters. These characters in the show were assigned the task of hunting Jek down, because both sides wanted Jek on their side, I guess. So we'll start off with probably the cooler of the 2, and that is the Special Forces Clone Trooper. And this is obviously a good guy. I'm trying to hunt down Jek. Neither of them succeed, by the way. But I do like his shield. It is a transparent radar dish with a little handle attached. So it's kind of like custom built, almost, shield. And he also has a normal Star Wars blaster, which you can see there. And he basically looks like a stormtrooper in blue, which is really kind of neat, actually. And you can see the leg print is very nice looking. I like his belt, how it continues onto his hip piece. And the rest of it just looks like stormtrooper armor with a little Republic symbol, I think. And there's the head, helmet printing. There's a red arrow on there. And he does have back printing on the back of his torso, as well as this unique little shoulder pauldron thing. And it has those little blue lines. He does have the regular clone face, though, so nothing too special in terms of his face printing. And if we put that guy back together, I just think that the shield makes him look really cool. The shield's probably I mean, it's a very nice addition to that figure. And the last figure, of course, is the Separatist bounty trooper, or bounty hunter, I mean. Yeah. He has a larger sized Star Wars blaster rifle, and he's a very cool figure, I guess. I mean, he has Boba Fett's helmet in white with some cool green printing on there, and this is also a Mandalorian helmet, so he might be Mandalorian, so, you know, maybe. No one really knows who this guy is, because he's not a real character. He was created for the Yoda Chronicles, and he doesn't really talk or have a role at all. He's just in charge of hunting down Jack. Not even in charge, just a guy who hunts down Jack. And for the Separatists, so you can see his face printing there. Looks pretty cool. It's the same as on a Republic Trooper from another set I have. I forget what the set's even called. I'll have to look that up. But his torso print's very cool. Got some green armor. He's got a nice belt with some white, with like a white belt and some brown pouches. The leg print's pretty cool. It's got some pockets, a pocket over here on another little belt thing, which you can kind of see. And it has some knee guard things, so it's kind of cool. And for back printing, he's just got some more continuation of the armor. The belt is continued on the back as well. He has no arm printing. Neither of the other characters have arm printing besides Jek. And, yeah. So, now that we've taken a look at the figures, I'm going to move them aside so we can take a look at the big build in this set, which is Jek's Starfighter. Now, the thing about this set is it is a very big build, and it's an $80 set, I think, from what I remember, in the range of $60 to $80. So, it is kind of, you don't get many figures for what you pay for it. It does look pretty big. I mean, you have a nice big back section, and it's really long too because of this small thing. Sorry, you can see my little book end over there. And the whole front looks very sleek. They use some nice slope pieces to blend that all in together, and that looks really good. I like the way the front of the ship looks. The back is also nice and bulky, so it kind of mixes big and bulky at the same time. I mean, sleek and bulky. And yeah, there is a sticker here with some little symbols. I don't know if those are like Jek symbol or something, but it's kind of cool. The ship from the side looks pretty cool. It's got a nice profile to it. The front, I really like how they put this thing, the handle piece on its side, as a detail there. It just looks really nice. And on the other side, it has the same little printing there. We're just going to take a look at the front before we take a look at the back, because, you know. There is also down here a little thing that, it's like this because I have it on the ground at the moment. You can fold it up for flight mode, so it doesn't stand in flight mode, it goes like that. So that's when you're actually like flying up in the sky with your little ship and Jek, with your Jek figure. And you'll notice at the top there's this little cannon thing. This swivels all the way around. I just got to turn it in order to actually open up the cockpit thing. It rests in between these two little cheese slopes, as you can kind of see there. So it'll rest like that, but you can't open that. It does go up and down too, by the way. So I guess you can kind of open it, but it looks a little weird. On the inside, I'm gonna have to pick up the camera to show you. But there are these little slope pieces for like his backrest, back of his seat, and right in there is a little control panel, which is pretty cool. And Jek fits pretty nicely in there. You can't really have his lightsaber in there. There's no real place for his lightsaber, which is a little bit disappointing, but not really, because there is a nice little storage section in the back. I'm going to show you what goes in there when we get to it. But that looks really cool. I like the white printing that they use also on the X-Wing fighters, and the Y-Wing, I think, too. It looks pretty good. You can see Jek fits in there nicely. This is a pretty roomy cockpit compared to some other Star Wars ships that I have, so, you know. And as for the wings, we'll take a look at how they look, and there is one function with the wings as well, which we will get to. First, I'm just going to zoom in so that you can kind of see these little stickers here. These are these flag kind of pieces almost that will flip up so you can see the inside there. This is I like this thing here, the thing that connects the wings to the body really from the top. It's just a nice detail. The wings do fold up and down, by the way, and that's part of the feature kinda that we'll take a look at later. The wings have a nice shape to them as well. They're nice and big, and at the end there's this thing which you could draw like that, but it does have a nice sticker on it, so that's pretty cool. And as for on the wings, on the bottom, we're just going to take a look at the other wings bottom just because it's easier. There is a little, you can see there's a bunch of Technic pieces in there, so it is a very complicated build, complex, but there are flick missiles which you push on that and they'll flick out, so that's kind of cool. And then this little assembly here is very cool. My little end of the wing thing was falling off, but it's just basically a big engine, and it looks really kind of sweet. From the front you can see there's even a little trans blue piece in there, so it just looks like it's a nice hyperdrive engine or something. And also you can see it has this little turret thing attached on the end, which just makes it look a bit nicer. And obviously it has the same kind of build over there. Sorry about that, some cars driving by and I have my fan in so the window's open because it's like a window fan. You might have been able to hear that car, the music was really loud. I don't know what's up with that. But then in the back, on the top, in this big section, there's a little room, so they decided to put in, well, first of all there's a lever for random decoration, and then one of these rack gears just for more decoration, and a little blue stud. But in there you can see there's the one little stud, and you can actually put the Astromech droid in there, so that's a really nice place for the Astromech droid. I think it looks really good. It blends in with the rest of the vehicle, and even when it's not there you don't really notice that there's supposed to be an Astromech droid in there, so you know. And as we get around to the back you can see this suspicious little thing, and it is a storage compartment. Inside the storage compartment we have this little box assembly, and I actually really like this box assembly. It's very cool. I like the handle on there. Even if it didn't have the handle, it would be a great box assembly if you put another grill there, so you could just have it as a regular old box. I wish these were a little bit taller. That would be fantastic. Even if you put like a 1x2 little plate there, or a 2x2 plate just to hold the whole thing together. But inside of that, there's a Holocron. And I'm pretty sure the Holocrons were created for the Yoda Chronicles, but they might have been in the Clone Wars series. Not certain about that, because I didn't watch the Clone Wars ever, but it could be a Clone Wars thing. I know they're used in the Yoda Chronicles, and I don't think they exist in the movie, from what I remember. And I'm nearly 100% certain they do not appear in the movie. But Jek does have a Holocron here, and they are a pretty big part of the Yoda Chronicles, especially the new Yoda Chronicles. I'm not just saying the Yoda Chronicles that came out later. I'm saying the new Yoda Chronicles because that's what they're actually called. But as for one of the main features, I guess, of the this vehicle, you can go like that and turn the wings down for flight mode. So let's lift this up. That's what they look like in flight mode. This is what they look like from the front in flight mode, and they look pretty cool in flight mode. But when it lands, it obviously can't stand on his wings like that, so they would go down anyway. So they have the ability for you to lift them up, and you can just lift them up manually, but they have those little lever things, these things in the back, which actually don't work as well because they don't go the full range, because you can bend it down a little bit more, and they only go up to here, and you can bend it up a bit more, so, you know. But anyway, this is a pretty cool set. Not my favorite set ever. I do wish there were more figures, but I mean, you do get 4 exclusive figures, so, well, 3 exclusive figures and an exclusive Astromech droid. So it does look pretty cool, I guess. And the ship's okay, not the greatest thing ever. I do not really like the little holes that you can see on these gray parts. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And have a fan-fantastic day, and I'll see you guys all later.